All right. Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of In the Clouds podcast. Today we have our Italian gymnast friend,
Hi
Lorenzo
everyone.
Tassinatio.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course. He's an au pair from Italy.
Yes, sir.
He's done gymnastics, traveled the world,
Yeah.
and he's one of our best friends. So today we're going to talk about flipping off a famous person's car. We're going to talk
That
about,
happened.
yeah, it did happen. We're going to talk about your adventures in your gymnastics team. And we're gonna talk about some of your crazy injuries.
Yeah, that happened as well.
But first, we're gonna start off with you explaining yourself, like where you came from, who you are.
All right. So it's a pleasure being here, talking with you guys right now. So basically, I'm from Milan, which is like one of the biggest city in the north of Italy. And when I was in high school, I decided that I wanted to come over here in the United States to for a living. So I tried to look around for opportunities and stuff like that. And I came across the au pair program, and I thought it was gonna work for me, and it did. So that's why I'm here. I'm working. Right now, I'm in Palm Springs because me and my host family are on a vacation. We have this second house over here. Usually, we live in Palos Verdes, which is like close to LA. But right now, we're just here enjoying the good weather in the desert.
Right
And
on,
that's it.
man. Right on. So, before you even decided to come here, though, you already spoke English. Like, you had an interest in.
So basically, I'm a big YouTube guy. That's what I do. Like, I don't watch TV and stuff like that. So I watch a bunch of videos, and most of them, like 99% of the content I watch is in English. And I used to do this since I was in like middle school. So like, how old was I? Like 14, 15, something like that. And like movies, I always watch movies in English.
Yeah.
I always like read books in English. I just find it more interesting. And that's why I developed a better English. For like the majority of the people in English in Italy don't even talk in English. Like, they know nothing.
Yeah.
They just know the basic, like the pen is on the table, the cat is under the couch, and that's
So
it. Like,
if I went to Italy and I was like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
No, like
What'd
nobody
they
would
do?
understand. I mean, they would understand, but nobody would be able to talk to you
Dude, that'd
in
be
a good way.
crazy.
But of course, coming here now, I've been here for 10 months. Yeah, 10 months, a little more than 10 months.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's perfecting a little bit, like it's getting more fluent.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know about you, nurse, but I for sure noticed a difference.
Oh yeah, you definitely sound like a fluent English speaker now.
You're legit
Thank
turning
you,
into a
guys.
Californian.
Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal.
Yeah. So how old were you when you got into gymnastics?
I was pretty much like a baby. I stepped in the gym for the first time when I was 3 years old. Because my mom always saw me. I was jumping on the couch, like doing the splits on the carpet. And my mom was an ex-gymnast. So she was like, we better take this kid to the gym before it gets too late. So she did. I was literally 3 years old. I started, and then it became pretty much a professional. When I got 17, when I got into the national team.
Did you think, like, right away, like when you started, like, were you like, I don't
confident,
know, like, did they know that you were gonna be like?
No, nobody knew I was gonna be that good, but like that good, but good in general. But I really enjoyed it. Like from the first day, it was such a big passion for me. And I think it has to be, because like with the amount of training that we have, I used to train 5 hours every day, Monday to Saturday, every day, 5 hours after school. And it's tough. It's really tough. But if there's no passion, there's no absolute way you can do that. Not even for a week, you would die. But having the passion and having the perseverance to keep going is what led me to where I was even a year ago, which was like my team and I won the Italian championship last year. So that was a big accomplishment.
That's crazy.
And it was my last competition ever, because when I got here, I stopped training. I stopped with gymnastics, of course, because
I did a mic drop, dude.
Exactly. I didn't have over here. I don't have the possibility to train, so that was my last competition. And with the last competition, me and my teammates won the Italian championship, which was like the biggest accomplishment ever for me.
Dude, I bet that was crazy, huh? Like that probably
Yeah,
felt like insane. Like as a last
yeah.
competition.
They let me go for the absolute last one in the competition, so it could be like the absolute last moment of my career. It was
Oh,
pretty cool. It was so intense. It was very, very good.
dude, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
So, when you were going into like that last like competition, you
Hmm.
already knew you were gonna be an au pair.
Yeah, it pretty much got confirmed in November, and I left
Yeah.
in July, because it's a long process. You have to make a profile in the whole system, and then
Yeah.
you have to match with families, and then you have to find a date, and of course you have to have a number of things, which is like your driving license. You have to have it. You have to have your diploma, like you have to finish high school, and my high school of course finished in July, so that's
Yeah.
why I had to wait. And then you have to be at least 18, and then you're good to go. And then you have to have a visa, of course, which takes a long time for Italy
Oh,
to
for sure.
give you.
For sure.
So it got confirmed with the family and all that, like all planned out in November, around the end of the year. And I actually left in July, mid-July.
And then
So
we
yeah,
met you.
I
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. We met like pretty much a week after I got here, so it was like the end of July.
Yeah. But
And
before
since
that, like,
then, yeah.
didn't you say you've traveled like a lot with your team? Like,
Yeah, with my team, like we pretty much covered the whole area of Europe, because like
you have
all
any
competition were all over. Like I did the European Games and
yeah.
a bunch of other competition, like all throughout the Europe. When it comes to the United States, I've been to the United States just by myself in New York when I was 18, but not for a competition, just on vacation by myself.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
So out of all the places you went, like, was there any crazy stories or like good places, like best places you visited?
Oh, for sure. So basically, one of the craziest experiences, it was in Turkey. Is that how you call it in English? I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure. Turkey, it's like the nation, in Istanbul.
Yeah.
So we were there for a big competition. Like it was nothing important, but I was selected by a Turkish team to compete with them, and I got paid. It was
What the heck?
like a trade. It happens pretty often in gymnastics. Like for example, teams from other nations. Whenever you do the European Games, the coach comes to talk to you and says, like, next season, do you want to compete with me? I can pay you like 3,000 euros every competition if you train,
Well,
if
they
you compete
they
for
try to
us.
steal you, huh? Like
No. Like I'm still with my
finesse.
team. I'm still with
Oh,
my
okay.
team. But my exercises count for the other nation whenever I go to compete in their championship. For
Oh, okay.
example, when me and my team won the Italian championship, we had a gymnast traded to us from Spain, which was pretty good, and that really helped. But for example, I did the same thing in another
Oh, okay.
season for the Turkish. So my teammates and I were all like spread it out in different teams, because like it was a big competition, and we were all there in one big hotel, like that had like thousands of rooms, literally. And after the competition, like it was a Saturday night, the competition ended like at 1 a.m. It was so late,
Yeah.
and we wanted to party because it was like the last
Of course,
competition.
yeah.
And after the competition, like you have to party, because like you have to have a healthy diet, you have to not drink, you cannot party at all.
Yeah. So when it's done, you guys just
So
like
when it's
let
done,
loose.
everybody's hyped, because
Yeah.
imagine like 200 people, like it's a close family, like big relationship. Everybody wants to party together. So we were this huge group, and we went into a discotheque, like a disco, like a club in
Yeah.
Turkey, and we started doing flips and stuff like that. And it was one of the craziest night ever, because I don't know if I can say this in the podcast, but I was pretty drunk, and we were doing flips in the middle of the, like wherever all the people were dancing, and it was crazy. Like we made so many new friends
Wow.
talking to us in Turkish and all that. That was crazy. That was fun.
I bet, dude. You probably felt like a legend, huh? You're like,
Yeah,
damn.
exactly. Yeah, because
Just
everybody was doing flips, and like it was magic. It was magic.
That's
I
cool,
feel
man.
like
That's cool.
I feel like you just flip everywhere you go, man. Like
Absolutely, man.
ever
And
since I've known
the
you,
the bad thing is that I'm one of the only ones that actually do it outside the gym just for fun. Everybody else is like, I don't want to do it, I'm scared.
Is
Even though
that
in the gym they would do it.
oh
But
scared?
like, yeah, because like do it on concrete, it's way different than
Mm,
doing it on a mat in the gym.
yeah, for sure. I thought maybe because it's like, you know, when you do something so much, it becomes like a job. So like when you're outside, like you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, it is like that for most of them, but I actually enjoy it and have fun doing it. So it is what it is.
I bet.
I always do it. Like if you know me watching this podcast, you know that I do that all the time.
Just flip, man. You're known for flipping.
Yeah.
Okay, so
speaking of that,
yeah.
You wanted to talk about the other topic?
Yeah, the other topic, nurse.
Exactly.
Nurse can explain it. Nurse is the car guy, so.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think he'll recall that situation.
I mean, like, let me ask you, bro. Like, is that on the top of your list for one of your top like car?
That was that. The viewers don't even know what we're.
They don't even know what
so.
happened yet, so we should run a backstory. Like,
yeah, back it up. So basically, like one of the channels that you were, I was talking earlier about like me watching YouTube videos, and like a couple of years ago, I stumbled upon watching videos from DDE, which is Daily Driven Exotics, and I always watch those guys' videos. And since they are in LA, they actually inspired me to come down here.
Yeah.
Like that was the beginning of my actual dream to come here and experience these things in real life. So like starting to watch those videos and actually getting close up in person with those people, because like me and these guys here, we were together, and we went to like a car meet, and I actually got to meet them and to talk with them. And one of our other friends decided to ask Damon, which is the owner of a Lamborghini. He decided to ask him if I could do a backflip off of his car roof.
And it's funny, like at this time,
went down.
This is what happened. Like at the gas station, he went up to ask, but I went inside to grab drinks and snacks. So as I was inside, I saw the group forming, and I was ready to check out.
The big mosh pit, all crowded up, because it was like a gas station takeover, all supercars and a bunch of people. Like
and then our blue Mustang.
Exactly. Yeah, we were in the Mustang.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
I did it, and basically I did it for myself because like I wanted a video with it. But Damon actually got surprised and started filming me, asking me like if I could do it again for their channel.
Yeah.
And they actually
so many times.
I did it like 5 times. I did like 5 or 6 backflips.
It was more than that.
I can't really remember. Like I was in shock. I don't know how I did it because I was so shocked for what was happening. Yeah. But that was literally crazy. Like I'm so happy to have lived that moment.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Even just the way the day came about was kind of like.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was up to Nurse because Nurse rented the car.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And then we saw the story of Damon saying like, if you want to meet, come over to Rodeo Drive. We were like, oh no, we have to go.
Yeah, we have to go. We gotta go.
It was meant to be, bro.
Bro, it was literally meant to be. That was one of the things that has to happen. That it's gonna happen.
Yeah, if it was gonna happen, like eventually it was gonna happen. If it wasn't that day, then it was gonna happen some other time.
How many times did you see him? We saw him a few times.
Yeah, the day after we saw them at Manny Koshpin's house. No, not the house, but the garage. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Right after that day, we were in another car meet, and a bunch of people, like 2 or 3 people, stopped me and were like, were you the guy that did the backflip last night? Because like a bunch of people from that night were the next day at the same car meet as well. So
yeah, Manny Koshpin.
I remember. Yeah, I remember a couple of people stopping me.
Yeah. People were like coming up to you, right? They're like, oh.
Yeah, I remember. Like a bunch of people told me that they recorded the backflip and sent me their emails to send the videos. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So who's top of your United States moments, huh?
Yeah,
absolutely, one of the top ones,
dude. So, coming to California or USA, was it what you expected coming from Italy?
So, some things I thought they were better, and some things I thought they were worse. For example, traffic, I did not think it was that bad, like especially in LA.
But you're lucky now, it's not that bad anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But it's gonna get there for sure since Corona. It's like slowly fading away.
For sure.
But everything was like all the places that I've seen with you guys, like taking me to places like I was not expecting to see such good places and like experience. I think the experiences are what matters really.
Yeah,
What's
for sure.
really really different, like even going out for lunch or like going
Going
to the
to
beach,
Rodeo
it's
every
different.
day.
Exactly, it's way different for what I was used to do back in my hometown. And I can't say I like it more. I like it more over here. I feel like I'm more myself because
Yeah,
I don't know. I just always felt like I belong. When I got here after like a couple of weeks, I was like, man, I really like this place. I feel like I belong more here than I did back home
yeah.
as a
'Cause
person. Like just how I am, I feel like I belong here more.
yeah,
You
and you're
feel
like
For
a
my
you're also a hype beast. You got the shoes and stuff. So
yeah, that's the right place to be for me. It is.
LA is the place for you.
Yeah,
barely heals.
Yeah, Beverly Hills. So
yeah.
what's
That's
next
the
on your
part.
list? Like,
Next on my list.
what else you want to do in America? What's your next goal?
So bro, there's a place that I really want to visit, but it's so tough. It's like this huge ass waterfall in Arizona. It's like in the
Yeah,
Grand Canyon. So I really want to go there. I was talking with my host that the other day, and he told me that he did it when he was 17, like
yeah.
a long time ago. And he said like you have to do it. It's like this. I don't know how many feet. I know it's like 35 meters. I don't
Is
know
it
how many
called
feet that is.
Sedona Falls?
I think so. It's like a
Yeah,
huge fall in like a oasis in the middle of the Grand Canyon, but
I
it's
know what
like
you're
a
talking about.
6-hour hike to get there. But I
Oh
really want to
my
do that.
god,
Like,
6 hour hike.
yeah, bro. Like you have to start in the morning and you get there at night.
I
That's
think here, let me show you my screen. I'm trying to learn how to like use this better. That's why we're
Hmm.
practicing right now.
Yeah,
But I think you're talking about this, right?
exactly. Yeah, you're right. That's it.
Yeah.
oh, Lake Havasu.
No, not Lake Havasu. It's
Well, probably close to there.
I don't know why this came up.
Exactly that one.
Yeah, Havasu.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That looks like a cool place.
Yeah.
I
That
can't wait
that
till
really is.
Corona's over though. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many places to visit.
And also, I want to go to South Beach in Florida, but I feel like that's more hard to do because it's like far. You have to book everything over there. Like in Arizona, just go on a road trip and do it.
Yeah, that's true.
For Florida, I have to take like the week off work with the kids. It's like more of a process.
Honestly, yeah, you would have to do that like your break week.
Yeah, exactly. I would have to take some days off.
I mean, I probably have, but like, I want to ask you again. If I already asked it, but like in Italy,
Hmm.
I'm sure the car passion is crazy, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's really something else.
So like, which car brand is more favorable in Italy? Which was the
I feel
people's
like
favorite? Ferrari?
Italians in general prefer Ferraris. Like whenever an Italian think about like a supercar, Ferrari is like the first name that comes to mind. Of course, right after the Lambo. But I feel like Ferrari is more an icon, and I do believe that since Ferrari is in the F1 and F1 like racing cars and stuff like that, it's a big deal in Italy.
Yeah.
Especially for me, like I don't know if you guys know, but I live like literally 5 minutes away from one of the biggest and most important racetracks in Italy, which is the Monza racetrack.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that earlier. I'm like,
Is
you
that
live by that, right?
isn't that one
Yeah,
of the
I live like
fastest
literally
race
five
cars?
minutes away, and that's a big part of the culture, like racing cars and like sports car, Ferrari, Lambo, you name it,
Pagani.
Pagani,
Which one's your
Maserati.
favorite?
My favorite, I don't know. That's a hard question, bro. Like we always talk about it. Like
It's a hard
I feel
question.
like if I had to choose, I would go for either the Ferrari Enzo. I like the classics. I like the cars that I started to like whenever I got into cars, which were of course the Zonda and the Ferrari Enzo. Pagani Zonda and Ferrari Enzo. Those
Yeah,
were
yeah.
the two that really got me into liking cars more.
For sure, you
So
need
I
the Enzo because it's like Lord
right, Lorenzo.
Enzo,
Yeah,
Lorenzo. It
yeah.
has to happen.
That's also why it's one of my favorite. But those two cars were where I actually started liking cars and getting into cars. So those ones have a special place in my heart.
That's
For
cool.
sure, for sure. So, during this quarantine, like, you picked up any new habits or anything? Like, any new hobbies?
This, bro. Look, this is what I've been doing for cardio.
Riding scooters?
Bro, I've been riding these things like for miles, especially here in Palm Springs, which is like everything is flat. Like this is the 111 freeway. It goes like for miles and miles, and it's all flat, and it's like the concrete is perfect, so I don't have to worry about dying. And it's perfect. Like I start to ride with my headphones on, and like I ride. That's perfect cardio. It's good training. I can't really do it in Palos Verdes where I live because like the hills are crazy.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true. That's
you start
true.
to go down, you go like 100 miles per hour, and then like you have to walk for 5 minutes all the way up the hill. It's a bit inconvenient, but right here it's perfect, and that's what I do all the time. Every night when I put the kids into bed, I go for a ride.
This is what you do. You gotta chill.
Yeah, right here actually, I go for a ride and then I jump in the pool because we have a pool over here. Yeah. And it's perfect. Whenever I get back and I'm tired, I'm just jump in the pool, then jump in the shower and go to bed. That's my routine.
So to me, it sounds like you like Palm Springs more than Palos Verdes, huh?
As a place and as a lifestyle, I like it more here because there's more things to do in the house. It's more fun and like.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I can just go around a little more, but in PV, there's really nothing to do outside the house because there's nothing.
You just hang out with the people.
Of course, I can just get the car and 30 minutes go to your house or like go to Beverly Hills or like to the beach.
Yeah.
It's really different, but like if I had to choose, I would still have to choose Palos Verdes because it's closer to you, it's closer to everything else. It's closer to all of my friends. So right here, I have no friends at all.
To LA, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's closer to the actual life. Right here, there's really nothing to do.
It's just flat, so you can get places.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I want to do right now? I'm gonna pull up your Instagram real quick, and I want to show some of the flips you've done.
For sure.
Hold on, let me remember how to do this now.
And I can, yeah, I can describe them about him.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Which one do you want to talk about? I
Bro,
remember
that trampoline. You filmed that one, so we can talk about that one.
All right, let's check this one out.
So one day we were in Santa Monica, and when we got there, I saw this mini tramp right here on the sand. And actually, the owner of that mini tramp is a famous YouTuber that I always followed. So I was actually kind of hyped to go up to him and talk to him. Yeah. And I asked him, like, can I do some jumps on a tramp? And he was like, yeah, sure, dude, go ahead. So I started to have a little sesh. I remember Ra had his camera, so he started filming, and I had a great time. I did like probably 100 flips just because I wanted to get the clips right.
Yeah, you were going like back and forth.
I know, right? I was demolished at the end of the day.
Oh, this was a legendary one right here. I like this.
There you go.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Go, yeah.
It's a double backflip of a house into a pool.
Yeah. That was like a crazy house.
That's also a crazy story. Basically, one of my au pair friends told me that one of her friends invited her over to his house. And he told her that she could have invited any friends. So I was like, okay, cool, I can come. So I pick her up. We drive to Palos Verdes. This dude is from PV.
Yeah.
And he gave me the address. So we got to this crazy gate, like, I don't know, 10 feet gate, massive, like a castle. And I was like, are we in the right spot? And the dude opens up the gate. We get in. He had like a private driveway, like a private road. So we got to his house, and it was insane. Like I think it's the best house I've ever been in. It's crazy. This huge pool, like. Yeah, there are some videos of the house. I posted them. It was literally insane. And there were people like swimming inside the swimming pool, and I was like, hey, dude, do you mind if I climb on the roof? If I climbed on the roof, I do and dive from there? And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, one of my friends did it, but he was the only one, and he like straight up dived. And I was like, bro, I'm about to change the whole situation.
Yeah, you're like, listen.
No, because like that was the perfect height to do a double backflip. So I was like, I want to do that double backflip from over there. As soon as I saw it, you have to know that this is how I am. Whenever I saw something that it's like flippable, I always think about like the coolest thing that I could do over there. So whenever I saw that rooftop, I was like, I have to do a double backflip from over there. So I tried the backflip, and then I was like, okay, guys, pull out your phones, start to record because this is about to go crazy. So I climbed up over there and I did a double backflip. That was crazy. That was so good.
Yeah, that one.
And there were also like a bunch of people, like 50 people looking at me. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. This one though. This one is the best one, I think. The pinnacle.
Yeah, that's like the top of my list.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Exactly. That's what we were talking about at the gas station. That was one of the most craziest moments of my life.
Yeah, and this is the car we rented, the blue car.
Yeah, the one
and
in the back.
It was just perfect because nurse parked this, like he just followed them right behind and he parked it right here.
Yeah, I remember. We were right behind them.
Yeah, so then because he wanted to do that, they're like, oh, we need space. And we're like, yeah, it's perfect. We have the blue car right behind and we'll just move it back. No problem.
Nurse pulled up in the car, he moved it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Nurse is like, oh yeah, that's ours. That's ours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Legendary moments, man. You're driving a car, right? When you're driving a car.
Okay.
A Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Lamborghini.
In which mode do you drive it?
Bro, like you couldn't ask an easier question. It has to be like if you don't drive a Lambo in Corsa, you're stupid. You can just just leave it.
I can't say that everybody's different, but like.
No. That's a matter of fact. Like if you don't ride it in Corsa, you can just leave it in the garage. It's either you ride it in Corsa or you don't drive it.
Okay, I got another question. Nurse, this inspired me.
Go for it.
Would you rather take that Kia, the square car?
Okay, the Cube.
Or would you take a PT Cruiser?
Oh shit!
But the PT Cruiser is straight piped.
I would pick the PT Cruiser just to drive to Wendy's Way, pull up, rev my engine, and make nurse go crazy.
Dude,
that's why I would do it.
I'm sorry for that car, but nurses would come out. I don't know with what. We have bats now at our house, so
like
that car.
Smash the shit out of it.
Yeah, see?
That's going right through the windshield.
That's what we think of PT Cruisers here.
Yeah.
Oh,
running out of time. This meeting will end in 10 minutes.
10 minutes to ask some crazy questions.
I'm ready to answer.
Let's think
What's the most expensive pair of shoes you own?
Oh, that must be. Sorry for the noises, but I'm right next to. I don't know if you can hear, but like motorcycles I'm passing. My favorite and most expensive pair of shoes is the Jordan 1 pair Off-White Chicago's colorway. It's my grail. It's like I think it's all the hype's grail. Like everybody wants it. It's the top of the list of the shoes.
For sure.
Top of the food chain.
Exactly.
I got a question too.
All right, go for it.
Okay. What is the most painful injury you've ever gotten from gymnastics?
Painful?
Yeah.
Honestly, like the most painful, I think it was one of my ankles because I broke both of them in different times. But ankles are pretty painful. For example, I broke my arm. I have a scar right here. I have a scar right here. This arm got pretty messed up. I had like 3 surgeries. I have a metal plaque right inside here because it got like shattered completely. Like I broke it in the worst possible way. But I remember it didn't hurt. Like I was completely shocked. So it was not hurting at all. I had such a huge adrenaline kick that I didn't feel it.
At least it didn't hurt.
No, it didn't hurt. Same thing with my neck, because I fractured my second vertebra.
Yeah.
And that could have been fatal. Like actually, like either not walking ever again or like not moving ever again. That's what the doctor told me. I fell off the high bar, straight on my neck, straight on my head.
Damn.
And I was unconscious for like 2 minutes. And when I woke up, like I could not feel from my belly button down, like nothing. People were touching my legs. I could not feel them. I could not move them. I was like, okay, this is the end of me. This is the end of my career, the end of me walking in general. And like, I was like, this is the end.
That's sus.
But I went to the hospital. I stayed there for 2 days.
Yeah.
I had a neck brace. I don't know how you call it. They did a bunch of tests and all that to see if the nerves were damaged or not. But luckily they were not, because it was a minor fracture.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Everything worked out, and
exactly.
you're
And
here today, still doing
I remember
flips.
I had the neck brace for, it was like a cast for my neck for like 4 months.
Yeah.
That was the longest like recovery process I had, because like ankles are painful, but with the right amount of exercise and all that, you get back in like a month.
For sure. Sounds good.
But with the neck, you have to really be careful, because there's a lot of muscle going around, and you have to really take your time.
Super dangerous.
Yeah.
Right on. I think we'll end it around here because it's reaching the 40 minutes. If you want, you can throw in your TikTok or Instagram, whatever you want to shout out.
Follow my Instagram, Lorenzo Tassinato. Easy, simple as that.
For sure.
It was a pleasure being here. It was actually very fun. I enjoyed it. And till the next one.
For sure. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, guys. Goodbye.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.
Later.
Peace out.